2 of a 3-part series of intermediate level Pilates workouts. You can do these workouts individually in their own right, or you can string them together for a 60-minute workout. We're going to start this one from a lying position. Come down onto your back and then position your pelvis to neutral. Just find a position of your pelvis where your spine feels in a comfortable position, where there is no tension in your lower back and your hip bones, your pubic bone are close to a level position. And then take one knee out to the side. Slide that leg along the mat, make a teardrop shape with your knee and bring it back in. So it goes out to the side, but it also goes across the midline of your body. Release, slide away, and then bring that back in. And release, slide away, and bring that back in. Just let's take one more on that side. Release against that very stable pelvis, and then bring it back in. Opposite side. Release and lengthen. Turn and bring that leg back in. Release and just keep breathing. You'll find by this stage that you know the breath patterns for some of the exercises, but if you don't, make sure that you're breathing in through your nose, wide into your rib cage, out through pursed lips. Take one more on this side. Release, slide that leg away, and then bring it back in. And then bring your heels a little bit closer to your sitting bones. Reach your arms up and over your chest, and then reach them back without letting your rib cage move with them. So there is a little bit of thought that goes into that rib cage coming down. And now wheel your spine away from the mat. Feel that lengthening through your spine, and then make it stretch out as you bring it back down towards the mat, and your feet stay firmly pressed evenly into the mat. Wheel away from the mat, hip rolls, open out your hips, keep your chest open, your neck long. We're not going up onto too far onto your upper back or up onto your neck, and then release to neutral at the bottom. Go through that imprinted position and smoothly roll away from the mat. And then smoothly wheel back down towards the floor. We're just going to take one more of these. Try to get some movement into that lumbar spine. Rise up and then roll down. And then give yourself a hug of your knees. And then wheel up to sitting. And come around onto all fours. Reach one leg out behind you and reach the opposite arm out in front. And take circles from the top of your thigh and from your shoulders. Small circles. Change direction. Ooh, bit of a coordinated move against that strong and stable center. And then bring that back and change sides. Small circles. Ooh. It's a bit like rubbing your head and patting your tummy, or the other way around. And then change direction. Fabulous. And then bring that back down. Come around to sitting. And we're taking the half roll back now. So we start with that move that we did in level 1, where we imprinted towards the mat and then lifted up, but we're going a little bit further this time into a half roll back, meeting the mat with our lumbar spine and then coming all the way over your thighs. and wheel down. Meet the mat with your lower back before any part of your mid back or your upper back comes into touch with the floor. Don't go too far back. You might find that you only come to here, or you might find that you can control it and take it a little bit further and then over your thighs. Your legs stay still. The movement is coming from your abdominals and from your lumbar spine. And roll forwards. Just 2 more like this. Your upper back just follows what your lower back is doing. And over. Last one. Wheel down. And on this next one, we're going to roll all the way down to the mat and really be aware of finding those vertebrae, one and then the next. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Bring your hands behind your head. Cradle your head in your hands. We're going into the obliques. Nod your head. Roll away. And then reach one leg forwards. And your legs are just doing this. They are just doing exactly the same as in the single leg stretch. But your upper body is twisting. It's like you're wringing out your chest and your rib cage. 4 more. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And hug in and roll down. Perfect. Bring one foot down, bring the other foot down and lengthen. Bring your arms out to the side and reach up. Single leg circle, scoop across and around, across and around. Now you can make these nice and big. Change direction. And then slide that leg down. You can also take these with a bent knee. Across and around, across and around. One more on that side. Change direction, across and around. 2 more. Last one. Bring that leg down to the mat. Hug your knees in. We're going into another abdominal exercise for endurance, the double leg stretch. Arms and legs reach away from you and then circle and come in. Keep those tips of your shoulder blades just off the mat if you can. Keep the tension out of your neck by using your abdominals to keep you flexed. Reach and circle. Last one. Reach and circle and then wheel down. Perfect. And bring your feet down. And then lengthen out your legs. And we've got a challenging exercise, the neck pull. Bring your hands in front of your forehead. Now I might change the position of my arms as I come up, if I can't manage to come up like this, but it's an extension of the roll ups that we did in episode 1. Lift up, wheel away from the mat and come up and over your thighs. And then restack your spine and lengthen. Keep a straight back as you lean and then wheel through. So I'm going to try and keep my elbows a little bit wider this time. And a little bit more controlled. We roll up with a flexed spine. We come over with spine and then we restack to that long neutral And we lean with a straight back and wheel through your spine. I'm going to show you a modification to come up. You can reach your arms forwards to go through that tricky section and then come over your thighs. And then lift and lengthen and lean and roll down. Let's just take one more like this. Brilliant. Those are tricky. Come around onto your fronts. For the swan dive, we've got our hands beside our shoulders. We're reaching out to each side with our toes and then lengthening your spine and wheel away from the mat. Go for height and length away from the center of your body. So you're really stretching up and outwards and then lower down. And we'll take the next one with a rock. Lift up. Onto your forearms. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. And you are fully in control here. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower and lift. And then lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as you come back down. Reach your arms out in front. And then lift your legs. Raise your arms. Take one arm and the opposite leg into swimming. Long breaths in, long breaths out. Strong and stable in the center and lots of movement in the periphery. And then reach long and lower down. Come up into a shell. And then prepare to roll. And today we are rolling like a ball. There are several rolls in Pilates. Rolling like a ball is nice and straightforward. Forehead towards your knees, eyes towards your tummy button. And then use the strength in your center to control the roll and the balance. And wheel back. You can hold behind your thighs if it feels a little bit better. Or you can hold around your wrists, one more, to get that neater ball, a little bit harder to control. Well done. And bring that down. And then come up and around onto your knees. Take one foot out in front of the other. Turn your shoulders and your pelvis so that they are square to the direction you're facing, and then open out across your back thigh. And then reach up with that same arm. Change sides. Perfect. And join me next time for the final part of this intermediate series. Thank you.